Gendermess Productions and GINAVA'S Messy Friends would like to acknowledge that this show was recorded on Whadjuk Noongar Boodjar. Mary, Lamb of God, why are you gay?
That's a complex question.
And let's find out why.
I don't think I want to know the answer.
I do.
Welcome to our house. Make yourself at home. Add your favorite song.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome to GINAVA'S Messy Friends, the very first episode. My name is Geneva, of course. And just a bit of context for those who have no idea what this is about. Basically, I created a show called GINAVA'S Messy Friends, which was a cabaret variety show at the Fringe World Festival. It involved having performers that I love and admire in my living room doing pre-recorded interviews, talking about, their love for the art of performing and their artistic process and their motivations and their connections with audiences. And then when it came to the live show, we played portions of those interviews up on the stage as a prelude into their live performance. And yeah, the response was really good, and we ended up winning the Martin Sims Award for Best WA Production of 2022. And so I thought it'd be a fun idea to re-record some of those interviews again and interview some new friends and release them into the world. So just as pretext to what you're about to see in the future episodes, you're going to see some great visuals and some bad visuals and visual that's completely missing. And you're going to hear some good audio and bad audio. This is basically me trying to figure out the apparatuses of all the recording devices. I'm currently recording on my iPhone, which is at full storage, and, the old faithful GarageBand through my Mac. But I will be investing in better quality production equipment, and I'll be investing more time into making this look and sound amazing. So please have some patience, because I'm very passionate about getting this out there. So with all that context out the way, let's get to the first episode. So my first guest is Mary Lamb of God, who I fuck with so hard. She is probably one of the campest performers I've ever met. She's a very shy, reserved type of person. Interviews are not really her thing, but we power through. We talk about her recent win at the Crown of the Court competition. We talk about our love of all things camp and camp films, and the many, many voices inside her head. So, without further ado, here's Mary Lamb of God. Hi everyone, my name is Geneva. I have a messy friend I'd like you to meet, Mary Lamb of God.
Hi.
How you going?
I'm very good. No, I've got a belly full of chips now. Good to go.
I once fucked a chippy.
Did you?
Yeah.
How was that?
Yeah, a lot of wood.
How much wood?
I can't commit to the bit.
How are you?
Good start. Yeah, good.
How are you?
I'm going well.
Yeah,
I'm going well. I'm back in my habitat. It's been a busy fucking year.
He's been traveling.
Yeah, I just got 2 weeks ago, when we recorded this. 2 weeks ago was in Margaret River at the end of the Rocky Horror Tour.
Oh yeah.
I think since Edinburgh, I've been home in my house for a total of 5 weeks. And that was since the 28th of June. No, July.
So what? In 3 months, you've only been home for a month of that.
Yeah, more or less.
Busy.
Oh no, you've been busy too.
A little bit.
Haven't you? So first of all, congratulations. You won that shit.
I did.
I'm going to ask all those, hard to answer questions.
I hate those questions.
Did you expect to win?
I expected to do well, but I knew that I was going to have fun. I knew that it was going to be a lot less stressful than I think I had in my mind.
Was it your first time entering and doing this comp?
I did it 3-4 years ago.
Which year was that one?
Year Cougar one? Yeah, 2018.
How's it feel winning?
It's good. I'm part of a very prestigious lineup of previous winners. It's nice. I just didn't expect to win. Like,
Your creative process or your mindset in entering this year, how does it differ to 2019 when you entered?
I had an in-house seamstress, so I had a bit more confidence going into this
Oh yeah,
one.
oh yeah.
Yeah, good old Monty made pretty much all of my costumes, which kind of relieved a lot of the stress. But in like 2018, I was making it all, and I'm not very good at making clothes. But this time around, it was just so much more chill.
Yeah.
Because it was like, in 2018, didn't know any of the girls, like on like a social level. So like when you're standing there and you're getting judged, you're kind of like, oh, I'm really being judged and like all that. But now that I've like, when I'm like standing up there, I'm like seeing them, I'm like, I've seen you at your worst.
True.
Nothing you could say could hurt me. Like, I'm like, okay. Like, I'm friendly with them. I know, like, it's all coming from a good place.
Yeah. Because I think for you, in the similar way to Sky, you in this competition, I had not seen this certain amount of polish from you. Was it the second week I judged? Oh, no, I watched first week.
Yeah.
I remember because I was standing next to someone, and I think it was when you did Anastasia.
Yeah. I am now Perth's premier Anastasia impersonator.
Because it was just the...
Taking that.
It was just the... Because, I've seen you in the, in the kooky and the camp and the burlesque, but not in the, I'm doing a Friday night spot at Court Hotel and I'm looking like a fucking woman, doing female impersonation. And it was, it was really was it like an ASOS, but...
Yeah, it was.
Well, no, but get it where you can get it. Like, it was perfect.
It's like an ASOS two-piece with like fucking another ASOS jacket. I don't know. I was just like looking at like all these photos of Anastasia, and I was like, oh, I could probably get that. I ordered it a week before I needed it.
Because I think I might have been standing with like Dean Misdow, and we're just kind of like flabbergasted, because it was just, it's, we grew up in that era of music and those music videos, and even Dean was like, yeah, like she's doing the moves from the music video. It just, fuck you, it was so good.
I was originally going to do Kiss Kiss by Holly Valance.
Oh, I would have died.
And I was about to send it in like as soon as I got the message, like the categories. I was like, okay, perfect, I'm gonna do Kiss Kiss. And then my other housemate, Patrick, was just like, just give it a moment. Just think about it for a bit.
Yeah.
Because you'll be fucking naff if like 2 days later you hear like a different song. You're like, oh, I should have done that.
I gotta say, again, it was the most exciting thing watching that competition, because it was really seeing you, Skyscraper, Rhonda, and Jackson, and you were all neck and neck for like
The entire time.
The entire time. You
time.
really couldn't pick who was gonna take it. Like, in turn, it was like the unanimous thing of like, yeah, it could be anyone, and we're happy about it. Especially noticing it when I was judging comedy round. Yeah, especially you thought like you interpreted the idea of comedy very differently.
Yeah.
So remind us again what you did.
So I wanted to tell a really simple story of a dog whose owner has left the house, and then the owner comes back, and then we go on a walk.
Yes.
Keep it simple, you
Simple,
know?
yes.
So I started off with But I'm a Good Girl from Burlesque.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got my housemate to do like the voiceover, and I got him to do like this really deep voice, like, all right, Mary, you better behave while I'm gone and we'll go for like just like going like really low and just being like filthy with it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know you had that in you. Good on you, mate.
I've got a lot of it.
Bet you do.
And then it went into When Will I See You Again by the 3 Degrees. Because, like, my owner's gone.
Yes.
And now I'm all sad because my owner's gone. And, like, when am I going to see him again? And then finished off with Cover Girl by RuPaul because we're going for a walk.
What?
And so I cut it so it's just the walk parts.
Oh, I love your creativity.
Well, I think that's just, like, I think that's where I get, like, most of the humor from. Like, I just love hearing... Like, you get a song, and then you create a story that you wouldn't expect to go with that song.
Yeah.
I always find that very funny.
That's what I admire about your interpretation of certain things. For me, the main moment I went, oh, I know what kind of performer you are, and I love it, was Natalie Imbruglia torn.
That was great. That was a good number.
And again, that was another one. It was a pop royalty that I judged. Where I got to see that. And I remember, and it's a poignant moment because it was, you, sacrificial witch, I'm guessing?
I was like a sacrifice, like a satanic, like
pagan-y type.
Yeah, I'm being sacrificed.
And then
devil.
Flynn V played the
sacrificer.
And then it's the tearing up, you're having your body torn open, and then it's like toilet rolls attached together, painted red to emulate small intestines.
Yep.
And red tinsel as blood.
Yep.
Now I'm losing my mind. And I remember I'm losing my mind. And then Scott Telfer was also judging, manager of one of the managers of Connections, and he was like, I wish it was real blood and guts and would have given the performance a bit more. And I'm like, I 100% disagree with you because you campified violence. If it was real blood and guts, it wouldn't have worked because it would have been
a bit much.
It would have been too horror. It would have been too shocking. But the fact that it's like blood, red tinsel, blah blah. It just
you don't want to like scar people. Like you don't want people to listen to Torn again and think about the time Mary got dismembered on stage. Like you want. It's a light song.
Well, you do, but in a happy way.
Yeah,
not that you're happy that you're getting torn up, but just I no longer think about Natalie Imbruglia trying to like move shit out of her house.
Yeah, it's about her getting torn.
Which is what the music video implied, but like this is now what I think of.
Yeah.
Who was your Spotify wrapped up top
for this year?
Yeah.
Delight.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Fucking their music is fucking fantastic.
Oh my god, Call Me would be a great number.
Do you want to know what my number one song was?
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I've been listening to it on repeat. I've got it all like kind of.
I've been like literally in the last few months. I've been like, oh fuck, this would be a great drag number, even like a dance number, or just like a like.
Yeah, that's actually
That is absolutely that sums up your music taste, aesthetic, drag, persona, all in one. That one song. Like, what's something about Mary that you want people to know?
I don't want anyone to know anything about me.
Why are we here?
I don't know. You invited me.
Oh my god. Don't deflect blame onto me. The doors aren't locked.
Oh, okay. No, I just have like such a tough time like getting words out.
Yeah, I know this.
I've got like 3,000 different voices in my head all trying to speak at once.
Ooh, do they have names?
A few of them do. But they're not really like voices.
I'm committing to the bit. What are their names?
Alright, so one of them is, you've got the sex demon. We don't know her name, because if I knew her name, then I would have power over her, and I don't. So, she comes through.
Yeah, keep going. Don't worry.
That's made me nervous.
Don't worry about the other people. Don't worry about them.
So yeah, the sex demon, she just comes
It's
out.
about us.
And you can probably guess what her motives are.
Sure.
So she's very charismatic, very enthusiastic, but she's dangerous.
Right.
Then you've got Teresa, Mother Teresa. She comes out whenever I'm in danger, like life or death. Like all the alcohol will like escape my body, and Teresa will take over, and you don't want to mess with Teresa.
Yeah.
And then you've got Carmen.
Yeah.
Carmen My Eye. And she's just silly. She's just really silly.
I love this. I love it so much. So that's three out of the 3,000?
Yeah. That's all you get. The only ones that have taken physical form.
Right.
All the rest are still... They're all the weaker voices.
Yeah.
Strongest voice is Sex Demon.
I'm sure there have been times where I've interacted with you and...
Oh, absolutely.
One of them has come out and I've been none the wiser,
I think you would know if one of them did. I don't know.
I don't know how to come back from that.
I don't know either. Fucking, you are. I was like, don't talk about the voices. And you're like, no, tell me all of it.
I love it. You understand camp?
I always thought I did, but not anymore.
What? Okay, so what
I know
changed?
I can't describe camp, but I know it when I see it.
Yeah. It's a feeling, isn't it?
It's something you feel.
Yeah.
Because it can, like, things can be camp in one situation, but not camp in another.
Right. You are... are you drawn to it, or is it drawn to you?
Oh, it's definitely drawn to me.
Ooh.
I can't escape it. It's everywhere. It's at the shops. It's in my house. It's under my bed. Ginny, I don't think you understand. I can't shake it.
I'm dead.
I've been thinking about, like, I don't know, what things are camp. I think doorbells are camp.
Yeah.
Because it's like like a tune. It's like your intro music when you enter a house. That's
Ooh.
camp.
So if there's no doorbell, do you, like, campify a knock?
Absolutely. Give them a little... You know, something, a little beat, a little melody. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
What else can we campify? What is this episode?
It's just... Most of it's telepathic.
Yeah.
This is interviews
When you,
telepathic.
yeah, when you know you don't, like, okay, I know why I fuck with you. Why do you fuck with me?
Because camp. I don't have a very wide vocabulary.
No, and that's the thing. Okay. I think that is one thing that what we have in common. Adjectives, not so much. References, yes. There's normally times where when we're in the creative process of figuring out a show, I can't really verbally explain what it is, but that I can
But
give.
if you say it's like this and this,
Yeah,
and
I
this,
give you
I'm
the
like,
four
oh, yeah.
references, and then that's the thing. You get it. You get it.
Mix it together.
You sort of do the same. You visually explain things in references, but you don't really verbalize it.
No, I'm really horrible at, like, talking.
Yes.
And that's why I like drag.
Yeah, because
Because I don't have to talk.
That's
That's what I love about it. I don't have to talk. I can just show you. So much easier just to show you than explain it.
Yeah. And then use someone else's words, and then I'll lip sync it, like as if it's me explaining.
Yeah, it's like I was trying to explain, like, the comedy round number with the dog. It doesn't sound incredible when I talk about it, but it's much funnier when I do it.
Because I could, here's the thing, we could just talk about camp films for an hour and why we love them.
What was the last camp film that you saw?
Ooh, good question. And that's the thing, it's also like, not, I know you don't like doing this, as we've just established, but describing what is a camp film. Is it intentional? Is it unintentional? Like,
Well, that's the thing, it could be both.
Because there's a difference between, like, Hocus Pocus and Showgirls.
Both camp.
One knows that it's camp. One doesn't know that it's going to be camp.
Yeah.
And there's, like, sub-genres of camp, like bro camp.
Bro camp?
Yes. So yeah. So bro camp would be like Rambo.
Okay, I think
Like, so bro camp kind of almost has, like, this underlining, like, homoeroticism about it.
Right.
Sometimes. Like Top Gun. Top Gun's a good bro
With
camp
the volleyball
film.
and...
Perfect example. It's like when it gets so overly masculine in its themes, where it's no longer in reality, it's now in the fantasy, and then it becomes eroticized, or can be eroticized. It's like, yeah, we're just straight men playing volleyball with our shirts off, but then it's like, okay, but, like, look how it's shot, look how it's lit, look how you're
Like, you being a bit
hugging and high-fiving each other, and, like, look at the...
Like, Tom,
like,
you being camp.
Like, is that sweat, or is that just body covered in oil? Like, what are we doing? Do you really have to have a shirt off when you're fighting those people, Rambo? Do you have to, really? Where's your tank top? Absolutely.
Wouldn't want, like, a bulletproof vest or something, you know?
I know, right? No, you don't need a bulletproof vest with the abs of steel.
Just get me the baby oil.
Give me the baby oil and abs of steel. That'll protect me.
Yeah.
What is your favourite camp film?
I love... Barbarella would be my, like, top.
Mm.
Fucking love Barbarella. Because it's just... It seems like someone had, like, a lot of money but didn't know what to do with it.
Right.
Because it's just... The sets and everything was just so extreme. But it was kind of like... It seemed serious, but at the same time it wasn't serious. And then it's just so much fun.
Is it like...
You've
Is
seen
it,
Barbarella?
no, I haven't. No.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, sorry. I was off the impression that you've
I've got a
seen it.
list. I've got a list.
Barbarella is like hands down. It's like it's so funny how they like it's all set in the future. You got Jane Fonda as Barbarella, and she's just on a mission to go save somebody from another planet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the way they've incorporated sex and then like all the costuming and like the set. It's just so over the top, and it's like, how did they get away with this in the 60s?
Are they aware of what film they're making?
I think so. Yeah, no, definitely.
In the way of like, say with Showgirls,
No.
the only person that knew what film they were making was Gina Gershon, Crystal Connors. She was the only one who was very, very aware of what movie this was. Nobody else knew what movie it was. They were playing it so dead serious, but Crystal Connors knew. So in the same vein, like, so did Jane Fonda know what movie she was in?
Jane Fonda knew.
Okay.
Everyone, it's like, it's very light, it's very campy.
Actually, to be honest, the most recent camp film I watched, and honestly for the first time, was Mummy Dearest. Like, I'm not, and that's diabolical of me because I understand, I know the references, I know the clips, I've even used them in my own shows, but I've never seen it in full, and it's almost traumatizing.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's a bit scary.
because the abrupt editing, and it goes from like, oh, honey, let's have a baby. I'm sorry, Miss Crawford. And then it goes from like the abusive, like coat hanger scene to yeah.
The way it's all put
The
together.
moments are great and campy and fun, but it's like, oh my God. I think even John Waters once said, like, if they had edited down like 10 seconds of each scene from Faye Dunaway, she probably could have won an Oscar. It would have been played as a serious film, but because they just
They pushed it a
pushed
little bit too
everything
fast.
out there, I was like, okay. Well, so I don't torture you anymore.
I'm sorry, that's not how I meant it.
It's
No,
okay. No, I know. I'm good.
I've literally got spotlights on me.
Spot ring lights, just the.
Same thing.
It's good because I like, again, we're telepathic. I get you. You get
Yeah.
me. That's all they need to know. So I'm sure they can read between the lines. Oh, don't. Oh my God. That's what the song's about. It's about us. Okay, ending with the question, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I thought I knew, but now I don't. But I think I'm happy not knowing. Or I'm happy not thinking about it. Because it makes it more exciting. Because I spent a week wanting to be a firefighter. I spent a week wanting to be a spy. Did you know Australia has their own, like, spy agency?
No.
ASIS? It's a real thing.
Yeah.
It must be a good spy agency because I never heard of it.
Yeah.
Did you?
No.
Wait, what was I talking about?
Where you see yourself in 10 years. Last time you said, like, as long as you're happy, which, yeah.
That's
No,
not
you
enough
don't,
for me
you
anymore.
don't, no,
That's not enough for me
I don't want to
anymore.
be happy anymore.
No. Because I'm happy now and it's not worth it. You just need to cut all this. Can we just start from the beginning? I'm awful.
I love it and I love you, and this is just, you know what? This is just for
Am
us.
I literally just fucking sweating? Like, yeah. I don't want to know. I don't want to see my future. It's not... I think it's more fun if you don't know. I don't want to skip to the end of the book. I don't want to think about the end. I just want to enjoy now. And I'm, like, in a position where I'm, like, pretty happy on the trajectory. I'm starting to get, like, back into drag. Like, starting to get back into it. Which is... good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GINAVA'S Messy Friends is a Gendermess production. Artwork designed by Paper Wombat, and the theme song is Bumblebee by Bloodnose. If you want to know more about the podcast, or find out when Gendermess Productions are doing another live show, then you can find us on our website, gendermess.com, or Instagram @gendermess.
Yeah, I feel good.